Yo dudes, what's up? I'm back from Madrid and I had an awesome time, but I've come back to my room and it's like, what the hell, did a bomb explode in here? Like seriously? So that's really annoying. I'm gonna have to spend a long time, like, and the walls, which don't even get me started on, I'm gonna have to paint them myself now because I don't want to have to wait for someone else to do it. So, I'm just gonna run through some of the cool stuff I did in Madrid. Okay, so for starters, we basically took the subway straight from the airport, which took us to the Plaza del Sol, which is right in the city centre, and that took like half an hour, and it was €2.50 per person, so that was really cheap. I'd recommend doing that if you're wanting to go to the city centre. We took 3 subways, so there's 2 changeovers, but we didn't wait more than about 3 minutes for a subway, so it's really quick and efficient. Then we came onto the square, and I saw this random guy who seemed to be floating. Then we saw some really cool architecture, and then we found this place which we later discovered was the palace, and it had this cool garden, like, I don't know if it was in the front or the back things, and there was this weird horse statue which confused me a little bit. Back on the square there was loads of people dressed up as stupid things like Elmo, SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, and you could take your photo with them and then they would kind of make you put some money in a thing. We didn't do it, but a lot of people did, because frankly the fact they can't get a real job probably says something about their criminal history. Maybe they rape children. So I don't want to have my arm around someone that rapes a child or, you know, murders someone. Next day we went to the Reina Sofia, which was about a 15-minute walk, and that was my favorite art gallery. It had loads of cool modern stuff, so that was well up my street. Here's someone whose face looks like it's melting. Here's a really random eye thingy that blinked, but it was like a timer. Here's some random architectural stuff that looked like it had been drawn on a computer, but I'm not judging. Then they have these cool stone things outside. This one's a kangaroo, and this one's a butterfly. Look at its cool shadow. What do you think these orange things represent? I'm so angry. Next day, we went to the Bernabeu Stadium, which is Real Madrid Stadium, and we did the tour thing, and that was really cool. Like, the stadium was just huge. We were like maybe you can't tell from the photos, but when you're looking down, it felt like almost a vertical drop to the stadium. It was massive. The tickets were quite expensive, so I would say if you want to do that, maybe look online, see if there's any deals before you go. And here's me looking awkward at the top of the stadium. Then we saw that they'd won some trophies, some more trophies. So for the trip, I brought my new flip-flops, which I got from Abercrombie & Fitch, and I have to say that that was the worst decision I've ever made, because those flip-flops made my feet hurt like hell. They were cuts, they were blisters, it was horrible, and I practically couldn't walk. Okay, then on the Sunday, we didn't realize at the time, but basically all the shops were shut, but we walked to this really nice area called Salamanca, and it had loads of nice shops, and then there was this weird statue thing, which I have no idea what it is. It kind of looks like the leftover parts from the Scottish Parliament that they didn't need to use. But it had a really cool park. It's a cool photo of the sky against a window. Then we walked into the massive park. I think it was like called the Park Retirio, or Retirio if you're Spanish, or something like that. And it was awesome. We saw this duck doing like a handstand in the water, which was really random. And then I split off from my dad and I went walkabouts myself. And it was so hot, so I lay in the sun for a little bit. So I would definitely recommend going there if you just want to lie down, because like it was just so nice and hot. There was a bunch of fountains in there. Like, it was so big, I don't know really where I was walking, but here's a fountain of an iguana, and here's one with a turtle spitting water out. Then I kind of got a little bit lost, and so here is my adventure. Maybe that's a Spanish thing, turtles spitting out water. I got this really cool ice cream, which I'm eating, and I'm walking through this park. I'm going to try and find a way out, but it's like Central Park and it's huge, so who knows where I'm going to get to. But hopefully I am going to find that Starbucks to find my dad. It's a really cool park though, there's just tons to do, and it's so hot! I'm leaving the UK because it's so cold. Okay, so I found myself at another fountain.
This one's got like a, sorry, not a fountain, a statue thing with water around it. And just, yeah, it says Africa on it. It says Africa 1859 to 1860. What happened in that year? Leave your comments below if you know, because I don't. Maybe Spain conquered somewhere. I'm not sure if I went this way. It's pretty amazing. It's like 30 degrees here, and in Scotland, well, I don't think it ever gets that hot in the summer, but in September, I think it's probably about 20 degrees less, which is a massive difference. So that's that Africa statue, and I've been thinking about it. I think, was that around the time the slave trade was abolished? But in my head, for some reason, I think it's like 1880 something, maybe 1886. I had my amazeballs idea of following the sun, as that's the west, it's the afternoon, and yeah, I do need to go west, so that's the direction I'm going to go in. But just take a look at this street, not street, part of the park that I'm on. It's like lined with all these nice trees, and there's like a nice little authentic lamp. And there's a man over there staring at me, but fortunately he's probably Spanish, so he doesn't know what I'm saying. And by the way, that tattoo thing that I got 3 weeks and 1 day ago now is still partially on my arm. So what I thought was going to last until the next morning, it's lasted significantly longer, and I do occasionally get funny looks or comments about it, and it's really annoying, it won't come off. Okay, so I'm still in the park, and according to the sun, I'm actually going south now, but I'm going to turn west at the next point. Okay, so here's the junction, and I'm going to turn west. Look, see, there's the sun. This is west. Studying geography has had a direct use in my actual life right now. Look, followed the sun west, and I found myself out of the park. It's like a modern day recreation of the birth of Jesus. Kind of, ish. Although I'm not sure what route I'm on now, so I guess my map skills, there's another geography use that's gonna spring out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, out of my head, because I studied geography, so it's all in my head. Yeah, I don't recognize this road at all. I think heading south is okay though. So maybe, just maybe, I walked a little too far south, like a kilometer. So I'm gonna have to walk north, but not in the park, so it's not as nice in this area. It doesn't, well, it looks fine, but I think my odds of getting mugged are significantly higher here.
And just in case you're wondering, I did actually find my dad, so I'm not still lost in the Parc de Retario. Then we went to the Prado, which was a humongous art gallery, but a lot of the art was like Renaissance-y type stuff. You know, they were all kind of similar. They were all Jesus-y or, ooh, let's bend in a funny pose. But the building was cool, and it was really cool because if you go there between 5 and 8 on a Sunday, it's free entry. So we queued, like there was a massive queue from about 5, and we queued up, and then we got in, I guess. But it was really cool, and it was free, so awesome end of the trip. So my question of the video is, what subject at school that you took do you think will have the most use for you in real life? Because I know when you take subjects, a lot of the time it's like, why do I need to know this? I'm never going to actually have to use this. So for me, it's geography, but let me know down below in the comments section what you think your most useful subject is. Until next time, bye!